afternoon. Thank you for being here. As chair of the Board of Trustees of Asheville-Buncombe Technical Community College, I now declare this 2013 commencement to be in session. It gives me a great pleasure to welcome you to this, the highlight of the year, the graduation for the 2012-2013 school year. Please remain standing for the presentation of colors by the Buncombe County Firefighters Association Honor Guard and the national anthem sung by the AB Tech Chorus under the direction of Rita Hayes. Please be seated. Thank you, Honor Guard. Now, please enjoy the musical talents of the AB Tech Chorus.
Far off place where heroes measured, but a heart like a shooting star. I will go the distance, I will search the world, I will face its horrors. I don't care how far, I can go the distance till I find my hero's welcome waiting in your heart. I will search the world, I will face its horrors till I find my hero's welcome waiting in your heart.
Good afternoon, everyone. Everyone looks great, by the way. Can I have everyone bow their heads while I pray for us? God of mercy, grace, and love, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the graduates, the families, AB Tech staff members, and everyone in between. Most importantly, we thank you for pain and struggle, because we know without contention, perseverance would be absent. And without perseverance, this ceremony would not exist. Open our ears and hearts to today's commencement speaker as he speaks into our spirits. In your holy name, amen.
On behalf of our Board of Trustees and the faculty and staff, it's my honor to welcome you to the AB Tech 2013 Commencement Ceremony, an event, and Mr. Hurley pointed out, is the pinnacle to our academic year. I know you're happy to be here, and we're happy that you are here. In just a few minutes, these students are going to walk across the stage. Their names will be called, and for that moment, they will own this moment. Correct, graduates? Absolutely. This is their day for them and for many of their families, and we're really pleased about that. I do want to take a moment, though, to introduce some very special people who are here to help you celebrate graduates and family. First, a group of men and women who give their time to the college to develop policy and provide educational guidance to us, and I'm talking about our Board of Trustees. I'm going to ask members of this group to stand individually as I call their names, and please hold your applause until the end. If I'd ask Chairman Richard Hurley to stand, Vice Chair Ray Spells to stand, Board Member Wayne Brigman, Board Member Mary Ruth Fowler, Board Member Bill Hart, Board Member Kay Myers, Board Member David Wyatt, and our Student Government Association President Lynn Orndorff. Please join me in thanking these men and women who provide much value on behalf of our college. Thank you. You may be seated. I'd also like to recognize some VIPs that are in the audience at the moment. And on stage, we have with us our former President Emeriti, K. Ray Bailey, who is here to do a presentation for us, and we're glad to have him back with us. Yep. Kay Cruz, who's chair of the AB Tech Foundation, and her husband, Dr. Denny Cruz. We're glad to have you here, folks. And then we have spouses and guests of the platform party on in the VIP section, as well as my wife, Darlene. So thank you for being here. Please. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize the efforts of people who changed your lives every day that you were here, and that's the faculty of AB Tech. Their passion is to improve the lives of our students, and they do that every day in a multitude of ways. I would ask that members of our platform party please rise to celebrate our hardworking faculty who are on your left and on your right. Please stand and be recognizing these hardworking folks. Faculty, thank you for all you do. Thank you. Finally, I'd like to recognize 4 employees who've been chosen for by their peers for special awards. And please stand as I call your name. Our Faculty Member of the Year, Business and Computer Technology Instructor, Kathy Duell. Kathy? Our Adjunct Faculty Member of the Year, Biology Instructor, Adina Riley. Our Continuing Education Faculty Member of the Year, Occupational Training Instructor, Deanna Rice. Deanna. And our Staff Member of the Year, Manager and Customer Service Instructional Technology Support Person, Chris Harshman, who helps all of us. These individuals represent the college as a testament to the quality of the faculty we have here, and we appreciate all their hard work and the representation of all the other faculty and staff who work diligently every day. We thank you for that. Commencement exercises are held to recognize the successful conclusion of hours of hard work and dedication, but completing the college experience is not a solo effort. There are many folks in this audience today who helped you get here. So if you are the parent, spouse, child, family member, or a significant other who helped a graduate complete his or her studies, please stand at this moment so we can recognize your support. Thank you for all you did for our students, for your students. Absolutely. Without you, they wouldn't be here. Thank you. You may be seated. Students, as you know, AB Tech has many talented and giving employees who demonstrate in countless ways how dedicated they are to you and to this college. Even though it is bittersweet, we want to recognize one such individual today, and that was one of our own faculty staff members, Mona Cornwell, who recently passed away. On hand to help us with this recognition is K. Ray Bailey, member of the State Board of Community College and President Emeritus of AB Tech. And I'd like David Cornwell to please come forward to join Mr. Bailey as he's recognizing this award. Mr. Bailey.
In 2001, the North Carolina State Board of Community Colleges, with an endowment from BB&T, created the Staff of the Year Award. This award recognizes excellent performance and commitment to the community college mission by the non-teaching staff of the 58 institutions of the North Carolina Community College system. January 18, State Board of Community Colleges voted on the recipients of the State Board Awards, including the Staff of the Year Award. And I was proud to cast my vote, along with all of my State Board colleagues, for Mona Cornwell, Director of Communications and Marketing, Asheville Buncombe Technical Community College, as the recipient of the 2013 BB&T Community College Staff of the Year Award. Although we knew Mona was battling cancer, we were all looking forward to the day, this day, that we would be able to present that award to her. And all of us were shocked and saddened when she passed away on April 2nd. The committee charged with selecting the Staff of the Year Award recipient from the 58 college nominees established 7 specific criteria. The committee was unanimous in selecting Mona, whose life inside and outside her career at AB Tech easily met all of the criteria. As a matter of fact, of the 58 nominees, she was the only person that met all 58, or all 7 of the criteria. Some of the highlights that caused this committee to select her. One, she was instrumental and helping to pass the quarter-cent sales tax referendum, creating literature to educate voters, and then on her own time, calling voters and working the polls. During the past year, she created a 50th anniversary communication and marketing plan for the college. Many of the faculty and staff at this institution will tell you that she became one of the major people to be the go-to person on the EB Tech campus. And any of you that are into social media from AB Tech, she was the face of social media for AB Tech. She was the person who did all of those things to communicate with you. And one of the more important things that she did outside the college, but with the college support, was she became the driving force in creating and implementing the Crisis Intervention Program for Asheville and Buncombe County. The training being provided by the college, but an assistance program for mentally ill folk in our community. And all of us knew Mona as that person that no matter the time of day, be it 2 a.m. or whatever, hot days, cold nights, she was always on the campus working to coordinate with the media for a variety of college activities. As you can see, this small sample of highlights, Mona was an extremely valuable employee to AB Tech. And now on a personal note, Mona was my friend and my colleague, as she was a friend and colleague to many of the people on the stage and the faculty and staff who are here today. Most humble person that I've ever known. When I called her after the state board meeting to congratulate her on the award that she had just won, she quickly said, "I'm sure there were others more deserving than I." And as I said during the celebration of life service, I, as many of you, love Mona Conwell. We all miss her every day. She was a wonderful human being who loved her family, she loved her college, she loved her community. And so it's my honor on behalf of the North Carolina State Board of Community College to present the BB&T 2013 Staff Member of the Year Award to Mona Light Cornwell posthumously, and I will present that to her husband, David, and ask that her mother, Ms. Light, and Neil and Graham, the two sons, to please stand in place as I do that.
Commencement is a milestone in your life. There will be many milestones, but this one we hope you will remember. We take great pains every year. We work hard just to find the right speaker, the right person who can speak to you and tell you something that you can believe in, something that you can take to the bank. We think we have found that this year. It's our pleasure this year to have Congressman Mark Meadows to talk with you today. Congressman Meadows is a freshman congressman representing the 11th District of North Carolina. He's a member of the Committees on Oversight and Government Reform, Foreign Affairs, and Transportation and Infrastructure. In March, Chairman Darrell Issa of the Committee of Oversight and Government Reform selected Mr. Meadows to serve as Vice Chairman of the Subcommittee on Government Operations. due to his demonstrated leadership on the committee and his extensive business background. Mr. Meadows was born in Verdun, France, and raised in Florida. After studying business management at the University of South Florida, he moved with his wife, Debbie, to Western North Carolina. In 1986, Mr. Meadows started a small restaurant, later sold it, and used the proceeds to start a development company, Highland Properties, a real estate company. Mr. Meadows served as the Macon County Republican Party chairman on the Republican Executive Committee and as a delegate to the North Carolina and national conventions. In November of last year, Mr. Meadows won North Carolina's 111th congressional seat. It is my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce you to Congressman Mark Meadows, who is making an effect in Washington, and we hope will be there for years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Congressman Mark Meadows.
Well, it is a pleasure to be here with you this afternoon, and congratulations. And I understand that I am the one thing that is standing between you and walking across and receiving your diploma, so I will keep it brief. But I do want to congratulate you on a job well done. I got up this morning very early at 5 o'clock, caught a flight in from Washington, D.C., to be here to honor you and your reputation for excellence in talking to Dr. Dunn and a number of your board members before is something that is to not only be held high, but is a standard for many others to follow. And so I want to say, well done. But I also want to give you a charge and talk a little bit about what lies ahead. Because today certainly is a great time, and as we look out, you see families and friends, and I'm not so sure who's happier that you're graduating, you or them, but in doing that, we want to make sure that we have the emphasis where it needs to be. Because so often we get a diploma, and we say, well, we've done enough. And yet what you fail to realize is that with that, must be some other qualities. First and foremost, there must be a passion for what you ultimately do. You know, you've been instructed and you've had a faculty here that has supported you in your endeavors for many, many months, sometimes years. And as you have gone through, they are here investing in you, and it is a passion that they do that with. Now, many of them have answered a call, and it wasn't really for the money. And as they have gone on to invest in your life, it is because a passion that they have that they hold dearly to invest and transfer that knowledge from their brain into your brain and hopefully into the workplace. And so as we see that passion, when we start to focus on other things other than that, we miss the point. Because there's a lot of studies out there that says money really is only a motivator for 6 weeks. So when you get a raise, it motivates you to work a little bit harder for about 6 weeks, and then the effects are gone. And so it's only that passion that will really sustain you. And so I want to encourage you in your endeavors as you leave here today to keep that passion. There's another component to that, another word that starts with a P, and it's perspiration. When you look at it, it's the hard work that goes along with that passion that will go a long ways. You've got to truly invest in the small things and do the small things over and over and sometimes over again when at times you may not feel like it. There were times when you came to class that you didn't feel like it. There were times when you had many, many obstacles in your way. And yet you endeavored, you kept on going. And it's that hard work that continues to pay off when we do it. It's what sets us apart. You know, I was with a group of leaders just the other night, Fortune 500 leaders, and we were talking about all the businesses that were starting to locate in Western North Carolina. And for many of them, they said, well, where is Western North Carolina? Is that Raleigh? Is that Charlotte? And so no, it's a little further west. And as we started talking about some of the major companies that have moved here or that are headquartered here, one of the guys said, well, what's so special about that area that all these major companies are not only moving there, but they're considering to move there. And I said, well, what's special about it are the people. And the head of Bank of America said, you know, that's exactly right. It's the people there, their dedication, their loyalty, their hard work, their work ethic that sets them apart from others, not only in this state, but around the country. And so I want to just remind you that when you feel like it, after today, that you want to give up, just remember a little bit more hard work coupled with that passion will pay off. And the third P that I want to share with you is perseverance. Because if we look and we couple those first two things with perseverance and that you continue on, the goal that you reach is always worth it. You know, earlier I talked about the money, and that's not important. As I look out to you, a lot of you are saying, yeah, well, it's pretty important. And I'm reminded of a line off of an old movie called It's a Wonderful Life. Jimmy Stewart was there talking to the angel, and the angel was looking at him and said, you know, we don't have any money up in heaven. And Jimmy Stewart looked at the angel and said, well, it sure does come in handy down here, bub. And so with that, I want you to know that if you look at the passion, the perspiration, and the perseverance, those three things, and that persistence that draws them all together, the results will be there. I want to share a story with you. You can look back at all kinds of historical stories of people that have overcome odds and have done great things. And if we were to ask many of you today, you could share personal stories that you have overcome to make sure that you're here. There are some of you that are here today that thought about it and said, you know what, I'm not going to make it. There are others of you that are here that you go, wow, I was sure I was going to make it. And then you ran into a roadblock, but yet you persevered and you kept on going. And I want to applaud that effort and say that when you do that, it does indeed set you apart. And we live in the greatest country in the world. It is an American dream that allows each of us to do our very best and to go further than we would ever think we could go. So I'll close with this story. It's a story about the Civil War, and it's a story of a man of faith, but also a teacher by the name of Joshua Chamberlain. Now, Joshua Chamberlain was of the 20th Maine, and he was really not trained to be a fighter. As he looked, he went up and they put him up on this hill, and he said, they figured that nothing was going to happen there. They put him up there with the 20th Maine, and they said, you have got the end of the line. You have got the flank. You have got to hold this position, because if you don't hold this position, the enemy will overcome, and it will take over, and we will lose the day. And so Joshua Chamberlain put his men out there, and as they saw it, surprise, surprise, all of a sudden the men from the 4th Alabama started coming up the hill. And as they came up the hill in great forces, they shot and they had the volley, and it went back and forth, and the men of the 4th Alabama retreated back. And very soon after that, they heard again the rebel yell, and here came the charge up the mountain once again. Over and over this happened. And yet what happened is Joshua Chamberlain, with a passion, with lots of perspiration and perseverance, held the ground. Well, it came to that point when they were totally out of bullets. They had nothing else to put in their muskets. And so the men came to him and said, it is time for us to surrender, because we have nothing else to shoot. The next wave is coming. And so Joshua Chamberlain said, no, our charge is to be obedient to that order and not to yield our position. So they fixed bayonets. And as they had bayonets there, when the 4th Alabama came up the last time, they said, charge, and they started running down the hill. The 20th Maine started running down the hill towards the 4th Alabama. Now, the 4th Alabama said there was no one who would charge with empty muskets. They assumed that someone else must be coming behind them. And so they turned and ran away, and Joshua Chamberlain won that day, and because of that, won the battle, and because of that, we have the United States of America. Now, when you look at that, it's a teacher who was not prepared. It was a gun that had no bullets. But in the face of that, because of those three ideals, they persevered, they had a passion, and with great toil, they said, charge. And what I'm here to tell you today is just like others thought that there were reinforcements coming behind them, there are reinforcements coming behind you. You will face a challenge. You will face difficulties. There may be times when you want to give up. There may be times when you need to call faculty members and say, well, is what I learned really what I learned, and is this what I need to put to skills? And the answer to that is yes. And so I will close with this. Whenever you have it and you see that something is coming down, I want you to remember the 3 P's, and I want you to remember it's time to yell charge and not retreat. God bless you. Congratulations. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Congressman Meadows, for those inspiring words to our graduating class, and we are privileged to have you here today as an important part of this very special event. Graduates, I want to add my congratulations on your accomplishments. Speaking on behalf of the faculty who are here to celebrate your commencement with you, I commend you for your diligence, your pursuit of knowledge, and your commitment to reaching your educational goals. There are a number of students here today who are graduating with honors. The honors designation is awarded to students who have earned a 3.5 or higher grade point average in their program major. The high honors designation is awarded to students who have earned a 3.75 or higher grade point average. Honors and high honors students are wearing burgundy and gold tassels on their caps. The highest honors designation is awarded to students who have maintained a perfect 4.0 grade point average in their program major. This means they have achieved an A average in all of their classes. In addition to the honors tassel, these students are also wearing burgundy and gold cords. Also graduating today are members of the Phi Theta Kappa and the National Society of Leadership and Success Honor Societies. You will notice that they are wearing special cords and stoles as well. Now, President Dunn, Board Chair Hurley, and members of the Asheville-Buncombe Technical Community College Board of Trustees, it is my honor to present to you the 2013 candidates for diplomas and associate degrees. I certify to you that each has met the requirements for graduation, either officially or conditionally as set forth by the faculty of this college. Therefore, I recommend to you that you award each candidate with a diploma or confer upon each candidate the associate degree according to each individual's achievement and upon completion of all required coursework. I want to thank Dr. John Weiner, Associate Dean for Arts and Sciences, for joining me now on stage for the reading of student names. And since the students in the front row to my left have already risen and come forward, they will begin as soon as everybody is in their place.
In the Division of Allied Health and Public Service, the Associate in Applied Science, Associate Degree in Nursing, Deborah Jean Baumberger. Christina Lee Belcher. Kevin Dwight Boyd. Crystal M. Buckner. Ashley Marie Carlisle. Ashley Nicole Church. Donald Jason Curto. Diana Brooke DeWeese. Brittany Michelle Dyes. Heather Griffin Distel. Kayla Ormond Edwards. 2 degrees. One, an associate in arts with honors, the other an associate degree in nursing. Brittany Nicole Emery. Ashley E. Fowler. David Clifton Harrington. Holly Megan House. Marcia Patricia Jameson Lilly. Amanda C. Jarcina. Kathleen Marie Kaufman. John Timothy Lewis. Marvin McCoy. Amanda Dawn Patterson. Kristen Nicole Pegg. Cynthia Lynn Pittman. Kayla Lynn Price. Ashley Brooke Sitton. Joni Marlowe Slagle. Carolyn Sprinkle Sluter. Krista Renee Soulsby. Carrie Denise Wilson. Christy R. Yoder. The Associate in Applied Science in Dental Hygiene, Laura Elizabeth Brown. Jillian Paige Burns. Amanda Rochelle Dembski. Megan Rochelle Grasty. Kristen Elizabeth Harmon. Elena Nicole Laguna. Diana Moisiev. Nicole Michelle Scarlett. Melissa Lovelace Tate. In the Diploma for Dental Assisting, Joanna Lee Dillingham. Carissa K. Green. Lauren Nicole Griffith. April Lynn Lapointe. Kanan L. McCoy. Judith Lorena McMinn. Anastasia Marie Ray. Samantha Ann Sammons. Haley Chantel Wade. April Maynor Walden. Rebecca Nicole West. Bobby Jean Williams. Ashley Zenobia Wilson. In the Associate in Applied Science and Early Childhood, Sarah Kimberly Benson. Colette Ann Blair. Alicia Joy Douglas. Luana Leah Curtin. Misty Laws. Jamie Lynette Moore. Lori Ann Unanue. In the Associate in Applied Science and Human Services Technology, Nicole Michelle Allen. Natira Angelique Collington. Brandy Nicole Crossman. Sandra Elaine Frierson. Lisa Renee Holderfield. John Calvin Massey. Felicia Marie Miller. Tammy Lynette Ruff. Kevin Michael Todd. The Associate in Applied Science in Medical Assisting, Brenda Cordell Burrell. Michelle Marie Kavanaugh. Athena Kiana Collins. Sherry Creasman Dyer. Amber Maria Gudger. Jessica Nicole Hart. The Associate in Applied Science in Medical Laboratory Technology, Brianna Henderson Bedingfield. Beverly Sarah Howell. Tiffany Brooke Johnson. Amanda Nicole Lamartiniere. Lisa Renee Lovin. Sarah Elizabeth Martin. Jessica Nicole Payne. Robin Ballard Scott. Kimberly Alon Usri. Paul Yates. Associate in Applied Science Medical Sonography, Chelsea Morgan Atkinson. Marion Elizabeth Catlin. Christian Daniel Cinnamon. Jonathan David Harwood. Taylor Lee Holcomb. Marie Jeanette Litton. Jana Holly Pearson. Susan Leanne Wood. The Diploma in Practical Nursing, Natasha Nicole Burton. Morgan Hillary Carver. Jessica Helen Dodd. Amy Fincher Stepp. The Associate in Applied Science and Radiography, Emily Joanne Carlson. Brett Alexandra Cosby. Aaron Stephen Gordon. Nathan Scott Harden. Ethan Roger King. Nicholas Michael Coley. Jessica Ann Lloyd. Jacob Tucker Reinhardt. Madeline Carol Yvette Rice. Sierra Elizabeth Quant. Catherine Denise Wilmore. The Associate in Applied Science in School Age Education, Erin Christine Davis. Sonny P. Smith. The Associate in Applied Science in Surgical Technology, Hannah Marie Rice. The Diploma in Surgical Technology, Stephanie Lee Cessna. Whitney Lynn Evans. Nathan Eric Hollifield. Kathleen Elizabeth Krischer. Jennifer Northup. Jessica Dawn Peel. Madeline Jean Steinhauer. The Associate in Applied Science in Veterinary Medical Technology, Amanda L. Allen. Shasta Noel Cole. Delia Rose Denoff. Katie Gray Edmonds. Amy Elizabeth Hensley. Katrina Ann Hoppy. The Associate in Applied Science in Criminal Justice Technology, Kayla Nicole Bailey. Justin David Banks. Malacia DeJournette Bruton. Amanda Crystal Davis. Laura Nicole Davis. Shannon Michelle Godinez. Tanisha Hill. Christina Nicole Jones. Olga A. Kibalova Sherban. Seth Allen Lynn. Sharon Rena Miller. Timothy William Peatman. Cartel Henry Pitters. Jessica Venters Ponder. Associate in Applied Science in Emergency Medical Science, Kevin Dean Clark. John Tipton Gentry. Scott Richard Hark. Allison Nicole Ledford. Charles Brian Newsom. Evan Strom Richmond. David Allen Smith. Danielle Marie Stafford. Megan Elizabeth Wood. Associate in Applied Science, Fire Protection Technology, James Andrew Daman. Randy Edward King. Shannon McKinley Roberts. In the Division of Engineering and Applied Technology, the Diploma in Air Conditioning, Heating, and Refrigeration Technology, Randolph Cunningham, Jr. The Associate in Applied Science in Automotive Systems Technology, Ryan Paul Boyer. The Associate in Applied Science and the Diploma, Dustin Jamie Bradley. Jimmy Bernard Higgins, Jr. Trenton Isaiah Holofield. Nicholas Stephen Maxwell. The Associate in Applied Science in Civil Engineering Technology, Morgan Page Elliott. Kathleen Penland Martin. Zachary T. Plemons. Stephen Edward Warren, Jr. The Associate in Applied Science in Computer Engineering Technology, Kevin Andrew Crouch. Jonathan Kevin Howell. Amber Lynn Roberts. The Associate in Applied Science and Computer Engineering Technology, Coram Seth Smith. The Associate in Applied Science in Computer Integrated Machining, Brian James Broyles. Scott Daniel Schulhoff. Associate in Applied Science, Computer-Aided Drafting Technology, William Alexander Imperator, Jr. Jonathan David Simpson. Associate in Applied Science in Construction Management Technology, Brian Heath Brown. Randall Leon McBay. Tyson C. Wyatt. Associate in Applied Science in Electrical and Electronics Technology, Andrew S. Debelot. Dylan Edward Gwynn. The Associate in Applied Science, as well as the Diploma, the Associate in Applied Science in Computer Engineering Technology, and the Associate in Applied Science in Electrical and Electronics Technology, as well as the Diploma, Daniel Ray Curl. Jeffrey Tyler Thompson. Associate in Applied Science, Electrical Engineering Technology, Kevin Cole. I have no card. Adam Cole Gropp. Charles Daniel Lee. Clyde Wayne Roberts. Associate in Applied Science in Electronics and Engineering Technology and Computer Engineering Technology, Thomas Keith Williams III. Associate in Applied Science in Heavy Equipment and Transportation Technology, both the associate and as well as the diploma, Joseph Allen Bayless. The Associate in Applied Science in Mechanical Engineering Technology, Jonathan Andrew Griswold. Dustin Leonard Matashevsky. Wyatt Batten Skidmore. The Associate in Applied Science in Surveying Technology, Jennifer Ann Sherlin. Derek Stoddard. The Associate in Applied Science in Sustainability Technologies, Ashley Ray Edwards. Our Student Government President, Sustainability Technologies, Engineering and Applied Technology Division, Lynn Hamilton Orndorff. Daniel Shane Penninger. The Associate in Applied Science in Welding Technology, Thomas Brandon Goodrich. In the Division of Business and Hospitality Education, the Associate in Applied Science in Accounting, Andrea G. Rogers. The Associate in Applied Science in Baking and Pastry Arts, Kristen Michelle Allen. Rachel Arenas. Caitlin Beth Carpenter. Caitlin Renee Hall. Rebecca Michelle Israel. Michael Lynn Lauder. Madeline Lee Miller. Alexis Marie Reese. Jeffrey Allen Roper. Cassie Irwin Stockton. Melissa Lee Wills. And the Associate in Applied Science in Business Administration, Carolyn Jo Bonebreak Black. Stacy N. Dudley. Kendra Patrice Mooney. D. Ann Parniski. Gregory Mark Whitmire. Associate in Applied Science in Computer Information Technology, Eric John Hartford. Roth Wade Wilson. The Associate in Applied Science in Cosmetology, Tamika Michelle Hill Crudup. Aaron Lindsay Greenlee. Jennifer Melissa Howard. Danielle Nicole Lumsden. April Lynn Wilson. Diploma in Cosmetology, Martha Elizabeth Denson. Brittany Arrowwood Gibson. Judith Karina Kessler. Oksana Viktorovna Mock Falls. Angela Nicole Marco. Rose Ann Moore. Gina Marie Pagliaroli. Nicole Courtney Penland. Heather Lynn Ray. Debbie Louise Reynolds. Carmen Opal Rumfelt. Abigail Renea Trantham. Associate in Applied Science in Culinary Arts, Amelia R. Ardito. Jacqueline O. Bowers. Kendra Lene Bowie. Kalia Michelle Bowman. Matthew David Brooks. Daniel Stephen Coombs. Henry Clayton Gregory. Brian Clark Grosvenor. Michael O. Hart. Charles Wayne Hicks. Joseph Taylor Clack. Albert John Laratonda III. Rita Moore Sigmund. Ashley Marie Sweeney. Ella McCartney Toe. Joe Travis Watras. The Associate in Applied Science in Digital Media Technology, Andre Lamont Doherty. Matthew H. Hill. Associate in Applied Science in Digital Media Technology, as well as an Associate in Arts, J. Douglas Kaiser. Nicholas Lee Stamper. James Tom Monzon. Associate in Applied Science Hospitality Management, The Associate in Applied Science in Jared Michael Ian Goforth. He also has a GOT, General Occupational Technology AAS degree. Jared Michael Ian Goforth. George Wesley Johnson, Jr. April K. Karzicki. Brittany Lauren Metcalf. Heather Lee Smathers. Sydney Noel Wallen. Associate in Applied Science in Human Resources Management, Christine Nesbitt Lopez. Associate in Applied Science in Information Systems Security, Tony Wade Maynor. Associate in Applied Science in Medical Office Administration, Lisa A. Gertz. Tiffany Renee Killian. Jennifer Lee Matheson. Carla Lorena Val. Diploma in Medical Office Administration, Sheena Ann Newell. Diane Reynoso. Cynthia J. Schwartz. Amber Christine Yaks. Diploma in Mobile Development, Daniel Leach. Associate in Applied Science in Office Administration, Sherry Ann Barker. Kathy Shalene Fender. Emily Ann Gregory. Arlene B. Price. The Associate in Applied Science in Therapeutic Massage. He has received both the diploma and the associate degree, Xavier M. Barnett.
Sarah.
And also the associate in the diploma, Sarah Logan Conley. The diploma in therapeutic massage, Holly Rebecca Scholl. The associate in applied science in web technology, Stephen Roy Harrington II. Jeffrey Allen Hudson. Stephen Howard Taylor. In the Division of Arts and Sciences, the Associate in Arts degree, Jennifer Ann Allison. Christy May Ambler. Devin Melissa Anderson. James Richard Articock. Lauren Annabella Ball. Walter Lee Barber. Jessie Lynn Barry. Zachary Swan Bame. Allison Klein Blexrud. Emily Ann Bolden. Gregory Paul Boyle. Kimberly F. Brewster. Misty Elaine Brooks. Lacey Willow Buchholz. Cynthia Marie Buckner. Lucas Michael Cody. Julia Marie Considine Heck. Megan Pulliam Cooper. Case Cormier. Janet Lorraine Cawthorn. Catherine Marie DeCurtis. Suzanne W. Dewhurst. Russell Eric Dillingham, Jr. Matthew Thomas Dunn. Okay. Tiara Shanae Edwards. Jonathan Riley Elkin. Jennifer Lee Falconberry. Bonnie Beckwith Fox. Andrew Seth Freeman. Jessica Lynn Fusco. Emily June Green. Recipient of the Associate in Arts and the Associate in Science, Aidan Lawrence Grinnell. Rebecca Elizabeth Haley. Mariah Jordan Harbin. Annabeth Kern Hardcastle. Anthony Jamar Harris. Corey Ann Hawk. Jennifer Lynn Honeycutt. Catherine Ann Horton. Megan Lee Hudson. Will E. Hyatt. Melissa Gail Engel. Tiffany Morgan Jackson. Shannon Michael Jenkins. James Thomas Johnson. Nicole A. Johnson. Maria Kardasakova. Jared Blake Kendall. Amy Lynn Kobos. Camille Sawyer Lanning. Rebecca Hensley Leopin. Deanna Lynn Link. Alexandria Kenya Louie. Allie Rose McKella. Jeffrey Andrew Marshall. Tracy Lynn Matthews. John Edward McCabe. Courtney Lee McCullough. Shalisa Lorraine McDaniels. Christina Marie McClarty. Coy Gaines Menzer. Sharisa Nicole Merrill. Abby Lee Metcalf. Sarah Jane Moore. Mir Mariam Mutaba. Tanae Danelle Myrick. Sona Amy Najia. The Associate in Arts and the Associate in Science, Susan Emily Osborne. Donald Patterson III. Melissa Ann Peel. Mary Priscilla Pereira. Elise Emily Powell. Quentin Aaron Powell. Tamara Laverne Rito. Christopher Ray Rhodes. Okay. Tracy Margaret Riva. Tammy W. Roberts. Gwendoline Alora Robillard. Sandy F. Roper. Danielle Joy Selex. Ashley Danielle Smith. Chelsea Marissa St. John. Barbara Lynn Steele. Kylie Ray Stewart. Crystal Amber Sutton. Jody L. Taylor. Kelly Holdridge Thomas. Daniel Richard Tortorelli, Jr. Maria Asuncion Tudela. Claire Elizabeth Wadhams. Patrick Rovello Wetherill. Amber Renee Williams. Brittany Taylor Williams. Monica Ileana Wilson. Sally M. Winchester. Rachel Ann Weinbarger. Nicole Grace Wolf. In the Diploma in Arts, Elizabeth Morgan Bradshaw. Jeremy Christian Filson. In the degree Associate in Fine Arts, as well as the Associate in Arts, Samantha Elizabeth Simpson. Also the Associate in Arts and the Associate in Fine Arts, Roxana Christine Vess. In the degree Associate in Science, Brittany Michelle Buckner. Amanda Lee Crowder. Shannon Danielle Dexter. The Associate in Arts and the Associate in Science, Jonathan Clark Godfrey. Jasmine Olivia Harrell. Edward Harold Kirby, Jr. Robin Marie Lewis. Michelle Dawn Lyda. Jean Marjorie Penna. Marietta Day Shattlerow. The Associate in Science and the Associate in Arts, Jeremy T. Jackson. The Associate in Arts and the Associate in Science, Christopher Michael Stanton. Catherine Allen Voorhees. Trenton Ryan Weatherman. Brandy M. Hyatt. Patrice R. Pearson. Thank you. The Diploma in General Occupational Technology, Barbara Blythe Ahrens. The Diploma in Cosmetology, Itzia Arisfe Moreno. Associate in Arts, Stephanie Adams Sikaz. The Associate in Applied Science, Healthcare Business Informatics, Peter W. Baumgarten.
Wow. Guess what? We're almost there. Students, I should say almost graduates, would you please stand? By virtue of the authority invested in me by the Board of Trustees in the state of North Carolina, I hereby confer upon each of you, either officially or conditionally, a diploma or degree subject to the successful completion of your course of study and the fulfillment of your academic requirements. And I hereby, at this moment, at this time, at this second, proclaim you graduates of AB Tech. Congratulations. In keeping with academic tradition, please move your tassels to the left to signify you are now graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2013, AB Tech. Thank you. You may be seated. As you can imagine, these graduates sitting before us have worked extremely hard to be here. Many of them have overcome significant challenges to get to this point today, and many of them have had many sacrifices to make. Going to college for some of us is easier than going to college for others, and I'd like to have those folks who feel comfortable to stand when I call out these obstacles or these challenges that you may have faced. If you are here today as a graduating student and you are a single parent and manage to juggle all that and single parenthood at the same, would you please stand? Single parents. Congratulations. We know you do your studying in the middle of the night. Thank you. If you're one of the students who's traveled 30 or more minutes to go to class on a regular basis, if you've been traveling for 2 years or more, stand up. How about you travelers? Thank you. You can be seated. If you have worked 20 hours or more a week in order to get to this point, would you please stand up? Our students are working students. Thank you. I know we have some students here today. If you began attending AB Tech while still in high school or early college, middle college, would you please stand up? Yes. Congratulations. Many of our students aren't able to go term after term, and so some of our students and some here today may have started and stopped because life interferes. If you've taken more than 2 years to finish this degree, would you stand up? Because you're persistent. Yes. You're not alone, and you've done awesome. Thank you. And the last thing we like to ask, because as much education is out there and as many colleges exist in America, there are still many families who are sending their kids and their sons and daughters to college for the first time. If you are the first in your family to graduate from college, please stand. Congratulations, you're a role model to those coming behind you. Thank you. I think you'll agree that these graduates are strong and compelling reasons that people can change their lives through education, and we congratulate all those who have changed their life. But they've not only changed their life, but the people who are parents or examples to others, you've been an example to your family. I want to encourage everyone in the audience today to look for ways to change your life and to let you know that AB Tech is here to help you do that, just as these folks sitting on the floor have changed their life by working hard and overcoming challenges and obstacles. You can do the same thing. If you really want a new start at life, please contact AB Tech, www.abtech.edu. No commercial intended. Graduates, earning a college degree is a tremendous achievement, and we thank you for letting us be part of it. Believe it or not, we relish this day with you. Important for you, but meaningful to us as well. So even though you are moving forward with your life, we hope you remember the times you spent with us. We'd like to ask you to think of us as a home away from home, to not forget that we're here even when you're going on for other training. And we'd like you to keep your connection with us by joining our Alumni Association. And I'd like to encourage you to go, when you go out, to please stop by that table and they'll tell you more. Finally, as we bring this celebration to a close, I want to invite all of you to continue the celebration by joining your faculty and fellow students for pictures and conversation on the concourse. There'll be signs posted up there where you can be guided to your particular division, and your faculty, staff, and other students will be there. Each division has a separate location on the concourse, so look for it. At this point, I'd like to invite Jeremy Jackson back up to the stage to lead us in the benediction, and to Chairman Hurley to deliver the closing declaration after that. Please stand. Jeremy?
It's time to celebrate, right? I won't be too long. Let us pray. As we close, God, we ask that you continue to guide our steps as we start a new chapter in our lives. As we shift to this next level, we also ask for you to give us courage and motivation to operate on a level of excellence. When we find this peak level, we ask to continue to operate on that level throughout life. We thank you for AB Tech. We thank you for Dr. Dunn. We thank you for this day. And most importantly, we thank you for this life. In the name of your holy Lamb, amen.
Wow, what an afternoon. One more round of applause for all the graduates, huh? What a great day. Great day. As chair of the Board of Trustees of Asheville Buncombe Technical Community College, I now declare the 2013 commencement at an end. So please remain at your seat until the recessional concludes, and thank you again for joining us for this wonderful celebration this afternoon.